Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Sunday, August 16th. And, last Thursday, the unemployment numbers came out, and the media was all in a tither because they had dropped under a million. So it was actually 963,000 people applied for first time unemployment benefits. And they were all excited because, according to the report, that was a drop of 228,000 people from the previous week. Um, we've had up until then we had 21 weeks of over a million. So because this one's just excuse me, just under a million, averaged out, I think it's still going to be well over a million, each week. But I started looking at those numbers. They were getting all excited because it was 228,000 less, and it reminded me of when you go to some big department stores like Kohl's or Macy's or whatever, and you buy, I'll just use those numbers. Say you buy $963 worth of stuff, and when they give you your receipt, it shows you, I guess, based on what the prices would have been someplace else or there or whatever. It'll say like, oh, you saved $228. No, I spent 963 and saved 238 or 228. So this is the same kind of thing. You got 963,000 people applying for unemployment for the first time, and they get all excited because it was 228,000 less than it was last week. It's still 963,000 people. And if you're one of those 963,000, it pretty much sucked. So it amazes me how they get excited over stuff like that. And now there's a new report that came out from the CDC. I think it was just the other day. It was on the 13th. And now the CDC is reporting that those masks that you see, the ones that have the little vent in them on the side, either on both sides or right in the center or something, those do almost no good whatsoever because those vents, which allow you to exhale and get the toxins and your own exhaust out from under the mask, so you're not breathing it again. I guess those masks are really not very effective, because if you cough or sneeze, and the particles, if you're infected, will go through that and come out. Even though it squirts out the sides, it squirts out around your nose, it comes out all over the place. I'm not sure, unless you have one of those tight seal, hazmat masks, you're not going to keep everything inside you. And so it's just utter interesting. They got up our masks, but then here they come right out and say these masks are ineffective in sort of protecting, either you or protecting others from you. If you're sick, first, number one, if you're sick, stay the F home. You don't need to be going out doing anything. And if the masks are effective, which they aren't, then why are we wearing them? Because you might as well not wear a mask, as opposed to wearing one that's ineffective. So I don't know. This just gets stupider and stupider all the time. They want you to wear a mask and they don't want you to wear a mask. Social distance, no, if that works, then why will you wear a mask? It's just, God, the stupidity of this is unbelievable. You might as well I saw this thing today and it says, we all know what the risks of eating, raw cookie dough are. So why not let us just live? We know what the risks are of living in, the COVID world. It still hasn't killed as many people as the flu, I don't think, in 2018, 2017. So I don't get it. And then for those of you that are pro 2A, the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals actually handed us a big win. They basically overturned California's ban on what they call high capacity magazines, which is anything over 10 rounds. Well, they threw it out and said you can't do that. That's totally against the Second Amendment because you can't restrict it like that. And the restriction goes towards people protecting themselves and their property. And so you can't limit how many rounds someone has just because you think that they're dangerous. So this was really good because it got overturned one time, and then they went to the California state went to the Court of Appeals. And the Ninth Circuit is not big on, these kind of laws about finding things in favor of the Constitution. But in this case, they did. So now the state has really only one alternative. They have two. They can say, okay, fine, we're not going to appeal it, or they can go back and ask for a ruling en banc when they get all the judges to rule at one time. So I think it's 11 judges that are in that, so they can all rule at the same time and see if it holds up. But we'll see. But for now, the ban is overturned, and probably once again you'll start seeing magazines over 10 rounds for sale almost instantly, because that's what happened last time when it got overthrown. Thousands of those things or millions probably got purchased in that couple of weeks when it was okay. And then finally, there's this article. It's actually from Peak Prosperity, and they talk about is COVID coming for your job? And I don't, whether it is or isn't, I don't know. I think that we're going to continue to see job losses, because a lot of companies are still hanging on by a thread because of the PPP program, where the government was giving out, I said government, where we were giving out loans to companies because the government printed money. They don't have any money. They printed the money. So the Fed printed up money or currency to give to businesses and said, if you use this to pay your employees for a couple weeks or however long it lasts, we'll forgive those. And so those are going to be running out soon. I'm not sure exactly, how much each company got, but, there was some companies getting in the billions to continue paying their employees during this time of, supposedly 2 or 3 weeks that we were going to flatten the curve, which we are now going into month 6. The curve's been flattened. It's just pushed out the infection rate so that it's longer. More people, the same amount of people are going to get it. It's just going to take longer, and they use that as excuses to keep us locked down. But the $600 extra, that was giving out for unemployment, that ran out July 31st. So the Congress, they went on recess until mid-September without any kind of freaking decision on this. Now, number one, I am totally against any kind of bailout. I was against all the bailouts in 2008. They shouldn't happen then, and they shouldn't be happening now. The problem is that it's a little bit different this time than it was in 2008, because 2008 was caused by the housing crash. And while I don't agree with, didn't agree with it then, they should have let the companies that were, had bad loans, they should have let them fail and go under and clean out all that nasty stuff in the economy. But they didn't. They covered it up, bailed them out, and so they're doing the same thing this time, only this is caused by us. I mean, not us like you and me, but us like our governors, mostly, that are shutting down the states and causing businesses to fail and people to not be able to work. I don't think you should be bailing it out for that either, but especially not Wall Street. They shouldn't be bailing out Wall Street at all. But here's the deal. You can either open the freaking place up and let everybody go back to work. We take a risk. We know what the risks are. If you want to wear a mask, wear a mask. If you want to social distance, do that. But open up the economy again. Let everyone go back to work, and just ride with the risks. If you're sick or you have a really compromised immune system, then stay home. And do all the things that you need to do to protect yourself. But since they aren't doing that, the only alternative is to give out, relief to people. You can't keep them locked down and then say, oh, by the way, it's too bad that you don't have a job because we're keeping your jobs closed, and then not pay out some assistance, and either through direct payments or through increase in unemployment or whatever it is. You can't do it. You can't have it both ways. So since we are having it locked down, I say Congress is, there's a bunch of POSs up there that aren't doing their job. They don't really freaking care about, the Main Street America. All America care about is Wall Street. They don't care about you and me. They don't care about people who are unemployed or, can't make their rent or can't make their house payment or can't make their car payment or whatever that is. And since a lot of this is going to be continued, or you won't be seeing anything happen from Congress in the next 3 weeks probably. It's just going to get worse. So, they got to do one thing or the other. Either open it up or give people money, print up fake money and give it out just to help people get past this. And then hopefully it stops at some time soon. But with all that, there's one thing that we all need to do. And even though you could be unemployed. You could be have been unemployed, went back to work, and then unemployed again. Or you're looking, your company's facing layoffs, which the one I work for has done that already, and there could be more. Really need to be thankful for what you have. I mean, we do. If you do still have a place to live and a car to drive and some food in the cabinets, and you're able to take a hot shower. Yeah, it sucks right now, but really be thankful for the things that you do have, and try to live your life as normal as you can. And I don't buy into the new normal, because there is no normal. There's only life. It's just what it is. But try to live the life that you had before this COVID crap, for the Cornholio virus hit, and just be thankful, for the things that you have, and be thankful for your family and your loved ones, and try to comfort them, and be as positive with them as you possibly can to get through this. Maybe not as an easy way, but just a way to help cope with what's going on. So that's it for today. Love you all. Hope you guys had a great weekend, and hope you can have a really great next week. So we'll talk to you soon. See ya.